A language teacher can make a lot for the human by Maqsood Hasni. Society, the reading, the writing, and to speak are different abilities. A person perhaps a good speaker or a good debater but not good producer or reader. As this a good reader cannot demonstrate a good producer. To the time if a man has all these abilities are not possible cases but some rare perhaps views in the society. The second thing is this that a man does not study that a speaker or a producer. He studies to earn the knowledge. Some graduated have an interest in the writing or demonstrate the investigator of themselves. As this little well-educated persons become political and must speech on the face in order to obtain the ballots or the favor from people. Otherwise the majority instructed they go to the different fields or they join the office. Here different persons of the street must communicate and of conversations of the living's different. Perhaps or an average person is well to the producer or the investigator and or have become speaker that remaining on the contrary they have made the intense activities different. The relative one half that it speaks ability is a lot common. When a beginning teacher of languages his job he would have in the first instance to judge its student who learns attitude of the behavior and to study humor. It has moreover to judge his student if he has an ability for the search producer a speaker or a debater. It would have to make his job on these basis will not on the contrary obtain that the successes in his job. His students will not obtain the success in their life. For these purpose he would have to adopt many methods. If a teacher of languages obtains the subject of the success that he demonstrates identification of his student will be sure a large one assists for the human society. Now that a teacher of the language can make a lot for the human society. When his students enter in the society they will have ability of their choice. After an all teacher of languages it must second supply knowledge to his students according to their attitudes. In fact the language is for the conversation. Every graduated must pass with many interviews for a job. If he failed to convince the persons interviewing he remains without job. In the conversation mainly four things are considered important. 1. Knowledge of talk. 2. Sense of conversation. 3. Language of conversation. 4. Confidence in relative subject of talk. All the talks and conversations are must go on in the street or the different markets. That means a teacher of languages must thus have street-like the knowledge of language of the market. Otherwise it's not useful production for the society. The hundreds candidates of PhD or MPhil have met me in the different periods. They have had good result in their job of the course as also he has had a priority pleasant educational lowland. I have seen the confidence of wonderful conversation and convincing in the candidates of MPhil or PhD. Also collected the relative material of the good ones remarkable. But they have had writing ability score was nil. In this phase seriously I have thought and had turned out that the PhD or MPhil or other candidates of search degrees must be uniforms in two parts. 1. Those candidates who have writing ability would have to introduce their research work to the faculties relative to those even medium candidates who are not good in the writing that would have also to search on their subjects but must have elated through the various way. Task that faculties of languages moreover be is uniforms in two parts, those who elevate the writing production while that second one must judge ability speaking in the candidates about the research. Sure that second has been also able to supply to bundle of acquaintance to their students with their talks and conversations of the lecturers their students. Their students must demonstrate persons successful to be human so coity. They will make a good bussiness in the life market.